So, hey teammates, welcome back to the Maiden Team podcast. I'm so excited about today's episode because we have an amazing guest with us. Let's not waste any more time. Please welcome to the show, Courtney Cox. Hi, Courtney, how you doing?
Surviving. I had a very late night last night. Went to Pantera, then my Eagles were in the Super Bowl and we won. So
Okay, you won.
yes, just trying to get my voice
Okay, I'm
back
happy. I'm happy for you. I'm not a fan of Super Bowl. You know that in Italy we are a fan of soccer. You call soccer, you know.
on football.
But yeah, yeah, our football. But you have soccer. But I'm happy for your Eagles, right?
Yeah, go birds.
Okay, okay. We have people are commenting on the video, so I wanna start with comments. Luca Di Mauro, great curtain. Luca Di Mauro is the singer of Maiden Team online tribute band, our tribute band, and he sang on Moonchild. You played on our Maiden Team, and he's a singer of the Italian tribute band called Made in Hell. We have Henny's Word.
Yeah, it's
She's
something
a
good.
rap. I guess your friend.
Yes.
We have Soul and Music. He is Flavio, our keyboardist. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Gianni. Flavio collaborated with us many times on Lost for Words, Moonchild, and is actually even the sound engineer of Maiden Team. Okay, he's from Newcastle, England. We have Rob
I got
Brandburg. Hello, Courtney. We have Marco Cereda, another teammate from Milan. He plays with the Italian Iron Maiden tribute band called Iron Maidens. Ciao, hey Courtney. We have Vulpin K, hey CC. Glad your Sunday was awesome. And we have Machine Man, rock on. This is actually, I imagine it's Thor, our bassist, Machine Man. It's my metal band of new music in Italy and Norway. Thor is our bassist from Norway and he plays even in the Maiden team. We have a lot of comments, guys. Metal stories, good evening. Okay. And I guess we can start with our chat. Okay, Courtney?
it. Cool.
So I'm gonna start asking you about the beginning. Courtney, welcome to the podcast. First of all, where are you joining from us today? I know you are in Germany, right?
Ouch. Yes, Deutschland.
Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. What made you pick up the guitar in the first place? Were there any specific artists or moments that made you say, I want to do this, I want to play guitar?
Oh, geez. I guess go way, way back, even before guitar. I think my earliest memories musically, I would just bang around on my grandmother's piano growing up. I mean, nothing musical in this sense, just, I always kind of gravitated towards it. Never thought anything of it, didn't really continue to study it, at that time. Like, even when I got to grade school, you have to go through, well, I mean, you don't really have to go through, but an option is to do like the school band, and I chose to do that. And I think everyone hated me because I decided on clarinet, and then the next day I was first chair because I went through like all the books in like one night because I was like, that's kind of how my brain works. Like I latch on to something and don't look back. But music wasn't a thing; it came naturally. But like I said, I never really thought about it. I was more into sports and stuff. Because where I'm from, a small little factory town, airport town, that was the main thing was sports and, be the best you can, with hopes of a scholarship to, get out of the town. But then I had a car accident. Oh, actually, I'll actually go back. So it was about 13, and it kind of just came out of the blue. Like I said, I was still really into sports and stuff like that. And just one day, I think it was around Christmas time. I went to my parents and I just wanted a guitar, and I think I really freaked them out by that. Well, technically at first, actually I wanted to be a drummer, but my older brother was a drummer, and I think one drum kit in the house was already too much. So
Your brother, right?
yes, my brother Rich, yeah, great drummer.
My brother is a drummer too. I know.
But it was a very strange, occurrence, but I didn't really put it down at all. We had a garage that was separated from the house, and I would spend just hours out there. I had to be dragged back in, and then continued just playing. And the reason I really got into it was Kirk Hammett, Metallica, and then I just surrounded myself with just all those great golden era bands. I'd actually piss my brother off because I would, sneak into his room and steal his albums. But and it was also really strange because I had like Kill 'Em All and then Backstreet Boys at the same time, and I still love Backstreet Boys, so it's like my guilty pleasure. Then
Yeah.
yeah, then I was still doing the sports thing, and then I was in a car accident, which kind of those dreams were kind of put to rest, and then I just started focusing on music. And by age, what was it, like 15, 16, I was already on the road, playing for people like John Anderson and Adrian Belew. I mean, it was more prog people, being the metalhead I am, so it was kind of for me, but I learned a lot, opened my eyes, to the business and just different styles of music.
Okay. I actually, started from Metallica, and Kirk was probably the first metal guitarist I started listening to. Then Adrian Smith, of course. And I wanna ask you now about. Just give me a sec. Of course, the Iron Maiden era, and many people know you are from. Sorry, many people know you are from your time with the Iron Maidens. The world's only female tribute to Iron Maidens. How did you first get involved with the band, and did you audition, or it was just natural connection?
I would say everyone knows me from that band or the TV show Friends, apparently. So I can never separate the two. But yeah, around I think it was end of 18, 19, I decided to, pack up my things from where I grew up and move to LA because the music scene was kind of dead in Philly and all. So kind of that artsy hipster movement going on. And so yeah, just packed up everything, with this dream that most people do, heading out to Hollywood and dad, but stars and movie stars and stuff. But I got out there and just got to work really. And this was like a MySpace era, and I started just just finding people to jam with. I joined some like Kiss tribute, which is really funny. I will never do that again because the makeup was just terrible. That was ace. And then I heard through the grapevine that this band called the Iron Maidens were auditioning for their Adrian Smith position. I'm a huge Adrian Smith fan, so and I remember sending them videos, this whole resume thing on MySpace. And what was funny about it is that I didn't realize that I had it my MySpace private, so they couldn't respond back. So, weeks go on after I send, this whole press thing over, looking forward to an audition, and we didn't hear anything back. So I kind of got really depressed. And then I forget where, but I ran into someone, friends out there in the business, and like, dude, go check your messages because I heard that they're trying to get a hold of you. And sure enough, there was like a million messages once I turned off like the private, don't direct message anything. And so I went in to first audition. I had a day to prepare, and I think I had about 8 songs to do.
In a day.
But I mean, I love Maiden, so there was no,
So
stress for me.
you knew that songs before the audition?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you re-go over them to make sure everything's flawless because they're perfectionists. I went in, nailed it, and they're like, okay, we have another one tomorrow, and they gave me another list of songs. The reason they did this, it was pretty much a test to see how fast I could learn and absorb, maintain, and and I went back in the second day, and the songs they gave me for that, nailed them, and then we just kept playing songs that I wasn't even given. And they're like, okay, you're in, pretty much. I never looked back. So
Okay. So you talk about Iron Maiden's audition and the role of Adrian Smith. Do you want to talk about what was it like stepping into the role of Adrian Smith?
uh, yeah, it was just fun. Even when I started learning, he was one of the people I idolized and looked up to because his melodies and just how he approaches solos, notes, and feel and stuff like that, vibrato, and even tone, which I kind of mirrored my tone after, amongst other players that I also looked up to. But it was just kind of a natural thing to me, just because I just loved his playing. So it was just kind of an honor to emulate and be in this position to go around the world being Adriana Smith. I always hated that name, by the way. I'm Courtney. Hi. But yeah, it was
Yeah, yeah.
great. Yeah, he's always been my favorite. Will always be my favorite.
Okay. Do you want to talk about any particular Iron Maiden songs that were especially fun to play live or that you enjoyed the most?
So that's the easy one. The hard question. Actually, no, that's the hard question. The easy question, or the songs that you hated playing live. But favorite. I always love the deeper cuts, like Sea of Madness and stuff like that. I love the top 40 hits and stuff. Everyone and their mother knows, but for me, it just kind of got boring in the sense. So I really looked forward to the more rare songs.
Okay, I want to read some messages that are coming for you. So we have Meadow Stories, greetings from Switzerland. And I know that Burning Witches, your band we are talk about later, is from Switzerland, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have Maria Ben Shimon
Hey, Loda, that's
sending love from Las Vegas. I guess she's your friend.
my best friend.
Luigi Luigi De Vito, hello stranger. Do you know Luigi? Do you remember Luigi?
I know. We
I know
actually
you jammed together.
in the valley in California. There's
Yeah,
a bar near my
yeah,
house.
he's in LA. Yeah, yeah. He actually played with us in Maiden team, and then you met in LA that time. Uh, it was fun, I guess. He's a really great guy, Luigi. Hi, Luigi. Soul and music, Flavio, the keyboardist. I think that Courtney, besides being a beautiful girl, also has wonderful touch with the guitar. She manages to express passion and emotion along with the notes. Love that feeling. Okay, thank you, Flavio. Buonasera. Okay, hello from Napoli. Luigi Cassandra is my father. He's a big fan of Iron Maiden, the Iron Maidens, and Courtney Cox. Okay,
No.
we have Annie's Word. The Iron Maidens seem to be a birthplace for excellent female guitarists. Okay, I agree with that. Mickey Wiki, hi, just two quick questions. Have you written any Iron Maiden inspired songs? And have you any dates in Italy soon? Do you want to answer that?
I mean, how I learned how to play guitar was just playing along with my favorite album. So it goes without saying that the influence will be in the original works that I do and stuff. And yeah, I tend to take a little bit of my inspirations and maybe form my own CC shred thing. So definitely there is some Maiden influence going on, whether it be the solo record stuff or witches stuff. I just love heavy metal, so it's just natural that it bleeds into anything you do yourself. And Italy, man, I think the last time I played Italy was with the Iron Maidens, and it was Milan, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay, I lost Courtney
And,
for a
hopefully,
moment.
so they'll know about it on social media. So.
Okay, we lost for a moment. You were talking about Italy in Milan.
Yes, that was the last time I actually played in Italy, and that was with the Iron Maidens way back. I think it was 2016 or 17. That was a good time.
Okay, okay. And we have Luigi. Hot from Luigi. Okay, hi Luigi.
I never know how to do this, please. I'll play guitar.
Now, Courtney, I want to talk about the the fans of the Iron Maidens. Iron Maiden has probably the most passionate fan base in the world. Do you have any memorable stories from touring with the Iron Maidens?
It's just Maiden's like religion all over the world, and I didn't understand that at first, because American, I didn't really travel much until I joined the Maiden. So, the first tour I think we did, leaving the country was Japan, and it was just like complete culture shock and just so eye opening. And then, when you start to travel to different countries, you see that everywhere is the same. It's just people are just so passionate about the music and everything that is Maiden. It's just one wild ride. And I mean, I can't even pinpoint one exact country or, just the fans are just incredible. You can't really top them.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about, before talking about the next topic, Mickey Wiki, thanks for the reply. And Luigi De Vito, okay, seriously, I'm very happy to see my friends killing it there. Okay,
No, I did
thank you.
too.
Okay, now I want to talk about the Burning Witches. So now, after years of playing Iron Maiden classics, you made the leap to an original metal band, Burning Witches. What was the transition like for you?
Um, yeah, I didn't start playing guitar to, be a professional, tribute artist and, cover songs my entire life. So I was uh, pretty much ending 14 years with the Maidens. It's been a wild ride, and it just kind of fell into place. And I remember it was during COVID. I think I did one of those jams with the Witches, and I played a solo on the Hexenhammer record actually before, way back. And we've just been friends for years. But it was during COVID, and I guess LA was getting to me too. Like I started to not really even like recognize myself. Because I'm used to being on tour all the time, so being forced to be at home with nothing to do, it really made me like look at myself and my life, and what are my plans? Am I going to be just in the valley of the San Fernando Valley in California, going to the Rainbow every night, and laying the Trooper a million times, stuff like that. So I needed to get out of the box, so to speak. Um, so when this opportunity came along, because the guitar player Larissa, she was pregnant, and they asked me, actually when I was playing in Zurich, um, opening up for Accept with the Maidens. I was like, yeah, sure, of course, I'll be there. You need my help. I'm there. And then it just transcended into here I am, a permanent member, and it just the ride is very exciting, and I get to express myself more creatively, and I still love all those years that I put into the family. That is the Iron Maidens, but it was just my time to branch off and do my own thing. And I landed in the right place, I think. And pretty much finishing up album number 6 right now, and I can't wait for that to come out and let everyone hear, what I can bring to the table as well.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I agree with you because I always played in Iron Maiden tribute bands, and joining, as I said before, Machine Man from Norway, and actually the band started during the COVID and during the guitar team, then became Maiden team, and the bassist Thor asked me to generate this band with people from Italy and Norway and England. And I know what they're talking about, playing outside box. Yes, I guess a musician always wanna express by himself. Okay, and yeah, the the best is for me, in my opinion, when you play in an original band. Of course, we have the passion of Maiden, but maybe the satisfaction, that an original band gives you, it will be the best, in my opinion, too. So now I want to ask you about Burning Witches, about the songwriting. Okay, your role in the band's sound and songwriting, and what can you tell us about the creative process in Burning Witches? How does the band usually write new material?
Yeah, like I said, we're finishing album 6 right now, and it's been a great experience. It's just one giant team effort, all involved. Whether it's riffs, themes, lyrics, just it's just family. And for me, that's the best way to do it. So no one feels left out or anything like this. And I believe it produces the best music that a family like that can create. Like you're only as weak as your weakest member, kind of thing. So you got to be a family. We all have to work together. And I believe this teamwork that we have, which is kind of rare in the music business as well. So the fact that we have this coven, I know it sounds really cheesy, but to go with the band theme, here we go. Yeah, it's just really cool. It makes things really easy, and then even for this album that we're finishing at the moment is, and we were so efficient. It was just boom, it's pretty much done. We just enjoy pumping out tunes as much as we can, and it's kind of crazy because we're always on the road too. So it's just amazing when we take a step back and like, wow, the record's already done. When did we do this? But it's just a machine. We're just getting it done, and following all of our passions. We all love the same music, and this album will reflect that, and just how we all get along. And like I said, it's once again as cheesy as it is, it was just a great family.
So, are you recording a new album, or you are also playing live, recording new stuff? Are you planning a new album with you? I guess this will be the first with you in the team, right?
Yeah, so band album 6 for Witches. That I'm still, man, I've been chipping away at a solo record since 2017, but that's next since the Witches stuff is done. But for me, priority 100% focus right now is Burning Witches, as it should be.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
it's off
Now,
to touring.
yeah. In fact, about touring, you played in so different countries. You said before, and now have you noticed any differences in the metal scenes around the world? The best metal scenes for you?
I always hate saying that because someone's like, "Oh, she doesn't like her." And that's another thing that was eye opening for me. Actually, when I made the other leap, leaving America to move to Europe, this metal out here is just far superior, and I can say this because I'm American. Than compared to the U.S. In the U.S., everyone's kind of, I mean, especially L.A. It's the standoffish, impress me, that kind of stuff. in Europe. It's just everyone comes out, rain, shine, snow, whatever natural weather things they have going on. They're always out with their beer in their hand, walking down the street. The support is there. They have this huge festival, you know, thing out here, which is great. When I first started going to the festivals out here playing like Bakken and stuff, it was just so cool because you always hear about it back in the States, but you never think you'd make it out there. It's kind of that star that you're reaching for. I was very thankful to play that twice now. And we have a lot of festivals lined up for this coming festival season in the summer. Just bands are great. One big metal, powerful family.
Yeah, I remember that concert is on YouTube if you wanna teammates watch it. The concert at the Weekend Festival, and you wanna talk about that moment?
Uh, yeah, I mean, we had a crazy. Uh, and it was very, very sad. Actually, on the way to that concert, our bus driver, yeah, may he rest in peace. He ended up having a brain aneurysm while driving our bus on the autobahn, and somehow managed to pull the bus over, uh, saving us all essentially because it was 5, 6 in the morning. We're all asleep in our bunks and stuff. And I remember I woke up to the police driving the bus, and something's not right. And yeah, I mean, what a hero. I mean, I got chills now talking about how you saved lives. And then, like, how do you go on stage at one of the biggest, music heavy metal festivals in the world? But he wanted us, to do it. It's just so sad. But then, and we all had that on the back of our head walking on stage. It was a very surreal kind of flood of emotions. Like, so exciting at the same time. It was like the most depressing. We were all crying backstage, and have to put the mascara back on because you have to go play in front of 90,000 people. So it was very strange, and I'll never forget it. I started to bring the conversation like way down, but yeah, there's probably the craziest moments in my entire career, and I thank him every day. That I get to open my eyes to the hero and to save our lives. And yeah, it's really sad. I'm tearing up. But yeah, then the witches ended up doing Vakin for 2 years later, and still every time I walk on these grounds, it just kind of takes me back to what happened and stuff. But yeah, it's an honor to play that festival and the Hellfest and the Summer Breeze, and then the list goes on and on and on.
Okay, I guess this is the life of a rock star.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
I
mean,
imagine it can be tough, but as I said before, the satisfaction of being there in front of 90,000 people. I mean, wow. Okay, I wanna read the other messages. Henny's World, Maidens of Steel.
the song I did a solo for on the Hexenhammer record for Burning Witches.
Okay,
Even
okay.
very fitting, isn't it?
Rob Brandenburg cannot wait for a full Burning Witches album with your songwriting and shreddery. We have Mickey Wiki. Have you got any groupies?
We get asked this all the time. Maidens do it. It's pretty funny. You think that I mean, it's not the '80s anymore, and yeah, it just kind of doesn't work the other way around. No, no, it's just produced very creepy. Yeah. And you know what? Some of the times, even if we wanted to, and we don't, you know, men at shows they kind of turn into they can't talk or they start shaking. There's that the ego if that hope that they had is accepted, they completely just turn into mush and like I said, just don't know what to do. And yeah, so it's just not a thing. But, I mean, speaking for myself, I don't know. I can't speak for other female bands, but no.
Okay.
We just like to hang out, friends, we share, beer, shoot the shit, that kind of stuff. But very decent, no. Wah,
Okay, we go on with metal stories. I wonder if you had to go through any ritual to become a burning witch.
matches. No. Yeah, like I said, we've been friends, so it's just kind of. I remember I only had one rehearsal before our first show, which was on the Monsters Rock cruise, and we were in this little studio near the Miami. No, it was Lauderdale. Anyway, some little rehearsal room, and after we just started playing, and it kind of felt like I was there from the start. That's how you kind of know like we got something here. It was so easy when you have this friendship and stuff. So ritual wise, no, just kind of here we are. Still
Okay.
going.
Luca Di Mauro asked, please can you talk about your green guitar? Your comparison, right?
Greedy, yes. And I,
You do you have there your comparison? If yes, we will talk about later about your gear, okay?
I have actually greedy prototype number one in blue behind me.
Okay,
So
we are gonna talk about your guitar stuff, okay, later. Thanks, Luca. And his world. When I was at my first Maiden concert in Leipzig, there were three male groupie applicants in front of me. You didn't miss anything.
yeah, fair enough.
Okay, this is tough. Wasting
Ooh,
love or wasted years?
I'm gonna have to go Wasted Years because Adrian. But I did enjoy playing Wasting Love because anytime I had like a Yannick kind of thing, I kind of threw my own kind of vibe into it. So I think I had a little more. I mean, I would do that with Adrian Smith solos too. And most people are like, "Oh, you played it note for note." I'm like, no, I would change up little things in there to make it, more music, which a lot of people hate, but I really don't give a flying F. But the Wasting Love was always fun too. But, I don't know. That is.
Maria says wasted years.
People still play that solo wrong. It drives me nuts. What part?
Okay, Courtney, now it's time for a little game, okay, about Iron Maiden albums. I'm gonna share the screen.
I'm shit at this. I'm telling you. This is why I don't like do like game shows and stuff. I'm always asked to do game shows, and like my music knowledge is up there, but put me on the spot and it's like squirrel. What's music? I don't know. Oh
Okay,
dear.
can you see the screen?
Hold on. Let me put the glasses up here. CC getting old. Yes.
Okay,
All
give
right.
me just more
All right.
seconds, please.
I'm blind. I gotta extend this. Look,
No, okay.
should have made two copies for this. Oh no, I hate this kind of stuff. Don't make me do this.
This will be fun, okay?
Because it's little tiny.
He actually don't want to start.
Uh,
Okay, before starting, I let you talk about next question. I'm gonna take care of this. So I want to talk about okay, your gear. Okay,
mhm.
I know a lot of guitarists in our club about gear like Luca. So let's talk about your setup. What's your go-to guitar for playing live and in the studio? And what about your amp and effects? Are you more of a plug straight into the amp kind of player, or do you love experimenting with pedals or digital systems?
Guitar, mine. Signature models comparisons. So I have about four. No, I mean just different colors, with the exception of my new greeny two, which is a different kind of build than ebony, which is rare for me because I've been a maple cut forward girl since day one, pretty much. Um, yeah, good luck talking to me about this. 'Cause I'm not a gear nerd at all. I usually hate talking about gear, even the bands or anything for interviews. There's always like a podcast that's strictly about gear, and they try to get me on it. I'm like, you had the wrong person, but I'll do it anyway and just laugh the whole time. But amp wise, I've been with Freeman for a long time now. They built me a hybrid head, which is a mix of their Butter Slacks and BE 100 for clean side. That's my main half stack, so to speak. But when I'm traveling and can't, you can't take a half stack on a plane unless, I mean, you could, but I mean, it's a lot of money that I'm not. That's a lot of hassle I don't want to deal with. But right now, I'm running the new Friedman IRJ, which is the Jakey Lee, the kind of IR box pedal that they have, which is really, really cool. I had that going into basically a preamp, the effects return of any head that I'm given backline. And then for leads, I always have a chorus, slight delay, uh, like false pedals, and I have a Busta Grande for solos to or as boost pedal anyway. So, that's I don't even think they're around anymore. The DBE Busta Grande. They also came out with that Sonic Stomp pedal everyone was obsessed with back in the day. And that's pretty much it. I mean, pretty simple. I haven't really changed my setup besides this new IRJ in a very, very long time. And
Okay, so you
it's not
are
don't
um,
fix. That's my
uh,
mentality.
you are analogic or digital? Do you prefer
Analog,
the
really.
analog? Okay.
Yeah, two amps. I mean, yeah, I know everyone's like, you got to get with the newer times. It's so easy. You temper this, and for me, I'm a tone snob, and I've heard people dial in the best Kemper they could, and it still sounds like a computer to me, and I don't like it. But that's me. I'm allowed to have my opinion. So don't come
Yeah,
at
yeah,
me.
right. Yeah. I imagine as a guitarist, everyone has to be comfortable. So I
Yeah.
agree with you. I imagine you grew up with pedals, with analogic. I grow up more digital. Okay, I like analogic too, but I'm more comfortable with digital because you know little stuff. Okay, for if I had to bring in my car, you know, I remember many years ago I had a cabinet of Marshall, big like I don't know, this cabinet beside me, and
Um,
when we when we were playing live, I know that my teammates, my singer, my bassist, my drummer. Okay, this time, could you please bring just one cabinet this concert? And then, no, no, I wanna play with two cabinets, rock and roll, rock star. Now, okay, I know that in my personal case, when you play in little clubs, okay,
fair enough.
playing with digital is more comfortable. I don't have to bring any amps, any cabinets. I just bring my pedal board, pedal board, in the mixer, one monitor. But I imagine everyone has to be comfortable. So
And my other thing about digital, if I have a pedal go down, usually the fix is throw a battery in it real quick. When a digital thing goes down, you're pretty much
yeah,
screwed.
yeah, yeah. But digital,
Huge,
a
like a
time,
cheap, it's not
yeah,
digital.
a time up, and not digital, but my JC 2000, my head crashed. I don't know, and digital saved me in the that time.
Well, to each their own. I mean,
I had that line sync spot, many years
uh,
ago, And he saved me because I put that pod in the mixer, and I saved the concert. So yeah, I suggest, okay, when you play with digital, two pedal boards identical, then you are
Switch to
safe.
digital, either hell froze over or there's probably about six zeros on that check.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not money for. I mean, that's kind of maybe the way to get into digital. I can't.
And
I
Courtney, do you wanna pick up your guitar just to see
can't.
your green comparison, and maybe you can talk about your collaboration with comparison. I know you are an artist for comparison, right?
And don't mind the messes, like where all like the videos and stuff happen. I don't have my PJs, so uh,
Okay.
everyone's gonna hate me. But this is usually has the grainy prototype here, and don't mind its condition right now. I had to take some parts off of it to fix other guitars and stuff in a pinch. But yeah,
Nice.
it's kind of dusty, but it's the like the black headstock. And my CC stickers because it was a prototype and they didn't do my
And
name.
the Eye of Horus.
Yes. I mean, see, I guess everything kind of has a maiden thing to it, but I did not plan that. Just the CC and the maiden font. But
Cool,
yeah,
cool.
it's great. I remember one. Was it this? It was a different model that I first played, or when it, they wanted me to try some different models out, and I forget what it was. It was a tat special they first gave me, but in purple. But the neck was a little too big for me, so the next one was a horse, and I just fell in love with it. And there wasn't too many different mods. When they made mine, like I know I had a deeper heel on my model here, and they did different pickups for me. They make their own pickups, which are great. I always get that question too, like, is that a hot rail in there? No. And then they get so confused when I say it's comparison pickups. Oh, they're stock pickups, and well, I mean, yeah, but they're great. I don't have to change them. Once again, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And they completely fit, my tone and what I'm going for, gain wise, and it's very hot. Charlotte Bridge. I got Effie Tone springs and brass block and a great company, Effie Tone. I had, but yeah. So that was actually the prototype one. Other greenies in the other room studio section with pink. But I do have the one of the kind blue one, and when there's the Cookie Monster and stuff. And the funny thing
Nice.
about this one, it was during COVID actually. When you see when cars are just getting back onto the road, there's this Jeep that was always going around my neighborhood, and it had this really great blue color. When the sun hit it, I'm like, I need that on a guitar. So comparison actually, I think got hold of. I don't know if it was in Japan or whatever, but got hold of Jeep, and it's the exact color of the car. And this is just they made this for me for the Accept tour actually. I wanted something special for that because I'm a huge Accept fan. So you have to show up, all guns blazing and with a new guitar. And yeah, that was this. And there has been talks of maybe releasing about six of them on a special thing. And when that's getting closer, you'll hear about it on social media. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, they're great guitars, great company. They have my back every time I walk on stage. Can't complain. The only thing that confused me at first when I started playing them, I didn't really take note that there was 27 frets. So you walk on stage and look down when you're going for that first solo, and you go what?
How
Especially
many frets? How many frets? Sorry.
27.
27.
I remember the first solo out the gate. Of course, they have strobe lights going, full fast and full
Wow.
blown, and I'm like, huh?
I
But
guess Michelangelo had the guitar like that.
and Jay, I think Becker had one of his. I think his blue guitar had about 27 or 20. It helps, especially fatigue on the road too. If you don't want to go for that bend, full bend on 20 or 22, whatever. How many frets you have, 24. It just kind of eases some of the stress if your fingers are hurting, after a full tour. So
And are you comfortable playing with that, or it's more confusing playing? I don't know. For example, Iron Maiden songs. Um, I have kind of that uh, that area. If I go through 21 to 22, okay, but 22 to 24, it seems strange. I can imagine going to 27 at
wait,
the
back
show.
up, back up. um, what was I about to say? I'm that kind of person. Like, I'll have my mistake once, which was that first show, and then it just becomes second nature, and then you just just become familiar with it, and the dots just start repeating themselves. So just think octavely or in the same. Yeah. But yeah, it just adds for some cool sound effects too when you're going for that 27th fret in studio or whatever. It just do I always aim for that note? No, but make like little cool sounds or whammy bar stuff. It's cool to have you know an extra paint on your palette to use live or recording. So it's cool. I like it.
Okay, Courtney, for guitarists are listening too, and me included, you gave us an original idea for a new guitar we will buy, okay, in the future. So now I guess I wanna buy a new guitar with 27 fret. Now I'm curious.
Come to the dark side.
Okay, I wanna read some questions. Okay, Mickey Wiki, is it true that playing Guitar Hero is harder than playing a real guitar?
Yeah, I fell into that whole Guitar Hero fad too, as most of us did. I mean, I didn't find it difficult. You just gotta just have a good connection between these two and rhythm and stuff like that. But it's funny, me and Nita, back when we used to live together, we did a promotional thing with Slash at the House of Blues on Sunset in Hollywood, which is no longer there. But they had this game coming out where you actually, I don't know if it was even released, but it was so much better that you actually plugged your own guitar in, and it had tabs on it like to teach you, but it was also like a game, but you were actually playing guitar and not buttons. I don't know, I forget what it was called. It's band something. It was such a great idea, and I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, guitar Hero was always fun. But man, hearing this theme
Yeah.
song, what was the first song, like Yellow or whatever, like Coldplay? It's like some songs you just can't unhear because of Guitar Hero, or like South Park with like Wayward Son. They make fun of it. But it was a good time. But I don't know. I guess when you were getting into the difficult levels, it was hard because of the speed and having whammy bar. But it's like any game. The more you sit down with it, the better you're going to get at it. It's the same thing with an instrument. So I don't know. I'm kind of neutral on that.
Okay, we have Luigi DeVito again. Come on, Dave Murray switched to Fractal, and I guess Yannick went to Kemper. Digital guitarist, okay?
Well, that's good for Dave. I don't care about Adrian. No, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, the other difference is they probably have like 10 crew guys for each member backstage dealing with it. He just walks on stage. So he doesn't have to worry about anything. Everything's done for him. But and what? That was only recently anyway. So I mean, they were traveling with all their gear from UK everywhere they went for the longest time. Had to take those British power converters everywhere, power conditioners and stuff. But I don't know. It's just I know I say this. I'm so against it now. I'm sure there'll be one day that you see me with one, but not. But no, I hold on to my old school roots as long as I can. So yeah, my thoughts on that.
Henny's World, Mickey Wiki, only if you can play a real guitar, otherwise it doesn't matter. Um, she answered the question about Guitar Hero.
Yes.
Uh, Guitar Geek, Guitar from Belgium. Oh, greetings from Belgium, CC. Please, when are you coming back here? Fresh cool beers await.
Yeah, know me. I love my Belgian beers. Hopefully soon. Yeah, we just obviously got done doing this Dark Tower tour. That was this kind of like Metallica thing, just ongoing and never ending. So once this next cycle, revs up and gets going, I'm sure we'll be there multiple times. And yes, please have the beers nice and cold. I like it. I'm getting too old. I gotta watch the gut now. Too many carbs.
Okay, Metal Stories, thank you for the podcast. I gotta run, my boy needs his bedtime shot. See you at the anniversary show. Big Hadrian.
See you, Adrian. Tschüss. Bis später.
Okay, Courtney, now it's time to start that game, okay? I'm
I
gonna share
was hoping you forgot about it.
I'm gonna share my screen. Tell me if you can see the screen.
Um,
Can you see the screen?
yeah, so okay.
Okay, here's how it works. I'll show you two Iron Maiden albums at a time, and you have to pick your favorite. We'll keep going until there's only one left. The ultimate
I already know what
Courtney
that.
Cox. Yeah, the ultimate Courtney Cox Iron Maiden album. Okay, so we start with Ritual 11 versus Fear of the Dark.
Fear the dark.
Okay. I want to say that yesterday night I went to Blades Bailey concert in my city,
Uh-huh.
and I want to say thanks to Up the Irons group, the group that organized the concert of Blades playing near my house. So it was awesome, and they let me know Blades for the second time because I knew Blades in 2009. We opened for his concert, and to chat with him just 5 minutes, it was awesome. So thank you to the guys. Thank you, Blades. And so you answered Fear the Dark. Okay. Now the Number of the Beast versus Brain New
Oh,
World.
God, why are you doing this to me? Uh, yeah, there's just something. Solo wise, some of the solos, especially Adrian coming back, some of the solos in Brave New World are, whew, damn
Brain
it.
New, Brain New
Uh,
World.
you know what? I want to go with Brave New World because I really love the tone on that album. I'm gonna go Brave New World. Everyone's gonna kill me for that. Brave New World. But it's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Brain New World. Okay, I agree with that.
Not alone.
Now the Book of Souls, New Era versus 80s era Killers.
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 Yes.
Okay. Okay, we have New Era, A Matter of Life and Death versus 80s era Peace of Mind.
Peace of mind.
Peace of Mind. Okay.
No brainer.
Now Fear the Dark versus Brave New World.
Brave New World. Gravitating towards Adrian.
Brave New World, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now Killers versus Peace of Mind.
Peace of mind.
Peace of Mind. Okay. Yeah, Brave New World versus Peace of Mind.
Peace of mind.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have
That is like my anxiety's through the roof.
the
Uh,
X Factor versus Somewhere in Time.
somewhere in time.
Okay, my favorite. No Prayer for the Dying versus Seventh Son or Seventh Son.
Yeah.
Seventh Son.
Seven, seven.
Okay, my second favorite. Now we have Power Slave versus the first Iron Maiden album.
Power slave.
Okay, we have New Era, Fight, The Final Frontier versus Dance of Death.
Dance of death. Great
Okay,
album, actually. Everyone forgets about that one. The great tunes on that.
yeah. This is the hardest one. Somewhere in Time versus Seven Son of a Seven Son.
Not for me. Somewhere in time.
Okay, I agree with that. Now it's Power Slave versus Dance of Death.
Power Slave.
Okay, Power Slave. Somewhere in Time versus Power Slave.
Somewhere in time. You see where this is going.
Okay, Somewhere in Time. This is the first time Power Slave lost. And now we are the final Peace of Mind versus Somewhere in Time.
Now let's go to the fans. What do you think I want to say? Somewhere in time.
Somewhere in Time. Okay, I agree with that. Okay, the winner is Somewhere in Time. Okay, okay.
I survived. Yay.
Okay, we talked about the gear, so I wanna uh, I wanna ask you the last questions, the very last questions. Okay, we are coming to conclude this amazing interview. Okay, now
Just
I
wait
wanna
for you.
now, Courtney, I wanna ask you about you've played alongside some amazing musicians and have been a huge inspiration for many guitarists. If you had to choose one, would will be your top five guitarists of all time and why?
Of all time. Oh, that's tough. Um,
Your top five.
oh, top five. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Andy the Rock King Diamond, Glenn Tipton Priest, Dimebag. Who am I missing now? John Sykes, the rest of these. What is that, four? Am I at four? I wasn't counting. I'm just, who else? Obviously Adrian. I guess Adrian. Yeah, I could just keep going on and on and on. It's kind of hard. Five's just not enough, really. And it depends on my mood too. Even you could ask me again tomorrow when I haven't had my coffee, and it would be a completely different group of five. It definitely depends on my mood and what kind of style of metal or any kind of music I'm listening to at that point in time, because that's what it's all about. You just want to surround yourself with as much music as you can. Don't want to be stuck just listening to this or that 24/7. Kind of puts a damper on inspiration sometimes and boredom. So that's me.
Okay. Okay. So the very last question, Courtney.
Drum.
Um, okay, this is maybe the best question I can make to you. Okay, Courtney, what
Two.
advice would would you give to young people who want to start playing an instrument in Italy? Even though we see many musicians on social media, it seems like only about 7% of people play a musical instrument. And it seems that fewer young people are starting to learn an instrument and starting to play. In the USA, on the other hand, playing music is still so popular, playing an instrument, especially the guitar. What would you say to inspire new musicians and young people playing guitar or an instrument?
Don't, because you're going to come for my job. No, just kidding. Um, yeah, it can be difficult. It's not for everyone. If this business and and career and doing what I'm fortunate to do in my life is it's not for everyone. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So if you really are on this path and love music and are pursuing this, you have to keep an open mind and that passion alive and a big heart, because people will try to tear you down. You will hit rock bottom, but you just keep getting back up. I've hit rock bottom so many times I lost count, to be where I am now. And it makes you really appreciate everything that comes your way. So it just sticking to your gun, sticking to your guns, staying true to yourself, and having a really strong support group and good friends. You don't need a million friends, especially. I went through this in LA. Everyone was my friend until they really weren't. They were acquaintances, and it took me a long time to realize that I didn't have that many friends. It was just kind of being used, and what could I do for them? That typical LA mentality. So have your true friends around you that are there for you 100%, support everything you do, come out to the shows, help with merch, all that kind of stuff you don't really think about. um, and another big thing with even attempting to step into this world is really learn the business side of things, so you're not taken advantage of, because this industry will chew you up and spit you out if you let it, and it happens more times than people think. I mean, you hear about it in documentaries all the time. So having a really great business sense behind you goes a very long way. And yeah, just stuff like that. Explaining it this way makes it sound like it's unreachable, and it is. It's anyone. Well, not kids, anyone, but you just keep pushing through the hard times, and I always say you end up eventually where you're meant to be. Where's my Oscar?
Okay, and his word
Sorry,
says that
sometimes I just ramble on, and then squirrel brain. I'm like, okay, what am I talking about again?
Courtney, if you come in Italy and you are the teacher of music school, maybe more people will play guitar because
Or
Courtney
not.
is no. I want to say that Courtney is a great guitarist. I'm a fan, and I consider that she is even I can say an influencer. So I guess people starting following you in their teenage years. I guess they will start playing music, will start playing guitar. So we need people like you in Italy, okay? And I hope this country uh, will change this trend, okay? Because when I started playing guitar, if you remember in the start of 2000s when Maiden came back with Brand New World, uh, we were escaping from 90s era, the darkest era of the rock of metal, and a lot of friends played an instrument, guitar, bass, drums, and it's a pity that this trend is not like when I started playing music and playing guitar. So I hope Italian musicians start playing more. Okay, and Courtney, thank you. That was such a great time.
Prego. Did I say that right?
Thank
Yeah. Hope so.
Thank you so much for being here today. It was an absolute pleasure talking with you. Before we go, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans and to the Maiden team community? Of course, we will like having you again jamming with us Iron Maiden songs, okay?
Obvious, thank you for the support and tuning in and accepting my annoying laugh that never stops. But yeah, thank you so much. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys, so I really appreciate it. And I hope you will enjoy album 6 when it makes its way out, and I'll see you on the road. Don't be a stranger in strange things. See what I did then? Yeah.
Okay. Say bye to Henny's World.
See you soon.
Say bye to Luigi. See you
See
soon.
you, man.
And guys, to everyone watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And If you want to play with us, join the Maiden Team Facebook group to be part of our next Iron Maiden covers. Maybe next time you could be part of our projects.
As long
Courtney,
as
we
it's
hope.
not Trooper, I'm there. So I'll come back.
Sorry?
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, as long as it's not Trooper, I'll be there.
Okay. Courtney, we hope to have you back again soon. Until then, up in the iron, stay with me. We will catch up later.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Up the irons.